and gentlemen, good news and bad news. Well, as you all heard, Vergil, Ortiz and Jaron Ennis in negotiations. Good news, good news. And today, the 3-division world champion, Shakur Stevenson, in negotiation with the phenom of the lightweight division, Floyd Schofield, Kid Austin. Good news, good news, good news. But the bad news is that it won't be in American soil. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to be here in America. It's going to be in Saudi Arabia. Arabian, like Arabian day. Go get your turban, go get your bata, because they ain't going to be out here in America. Now, there's people out there in the sport of boxing that doesn't matter because, of course, boxing is a world sport. But I've been saying constantly in my channel, if you're familiar with the channel, subscribe to the channel, Punch Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself. I've been saying for the boxing fans in America to support the American fighters. But all we do is be toxic, discredit, devalue, cheap, don't pay, fire stick. And I told those people, man, to take that fire stick and stick it up yours. But we're cheap. We're cheap. That's why the fight that we've been asking for, or act like we want it, Bud Crawford versus Earl the True Spence, didn't even come close to 1 million pay-per-view buys. And Showtime said, what? This is supposed to be the best fight that boxing can offer, especially in America? And this ain't even come close to 1 million pay-per-view buys? Now we out here. We out here. HBO's out of here. Showtime's out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, Top Rank, ESPN, their contract is going to end and it's not going to be renewed. Nobody's investing in boxing. But shout out to Netflix. Shout out to Jake Paul, most valuable promotion. Shout out to Mike Tyson. I am Mike Tyson. Shout out to Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. And I hope that Netflix stays in the sport of boxing. But the reason why people leave in American soil is because, and the investments and the business is not paying attention, not pumping money to the sport of boxing, is because we do not support our American fighters. Time after time, year after year, I've been saying, yo, we need to support our fighters. We need to support American boxing. Support the modern-day warriors, modern-day gladiators, the one that put their life on the line for pure entertainment. Y'all already know the slogan. God first, everything second, fight plus survive equals you champions. Y'all know the slogan. Y'all remember when I was talking about it during the Jamel Charlo versus Brian Castano, only 7,000 people showed up to the 154 undisputed matchup. And I remember when I was there in the press conference, right? And Jamel Charlo came with the American flag. And then the Argentina drum started banging. And I'm saying, damn, nobody even knows Brian Castano. How is he overshadowing the American Jamel Charlo, undisputed Iron Man that's carving his own legacy? I said, man, this ain't good. This ain't good. 7,000 in attendance. Y'all the same people that be like, well, Demetrius Andre ain't do nothing. He don't deserve nothing. He don't deserve no Canelo Alvarez and stuff like that. When Jamal Charlo was in good state of mind, right? He couldn't get a title shot with Canelo Alvarez. Oh, man, no, he don't deserve it. He don't deserve it. What did he sell? What did he do? Teofimo Lopez, y'all like to discredit him. Oh, what about yo, Shatil to fight Javante Taylor Davis? Oh, no, why? He doesn't sell. What he did in the Hulu Theater. He's still an auditorium fighter. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, Shakur Stevenson, look how many people just walked out of the arena. Always discrediting the American fighter. This is the reason why Stephen Fulton had to go to Japan and get his money as a unified champion. As a unified champion in America, he had to go out there to Japan and get it from Naoya Inoue. I'm not saying that is not good, that boxing is a world sport. Let's not forget that Muhammad Ali and George Foreman didn't fight over here. You feel me? I understand that. I understand the thriller minute with him and Joe Frazier and Mike Tyson, and Muhammad Ali. Yes, and Mike Tyson versus Buster Douglas in Japan. I know this is a world sport. I understand it. But these are the fights that we need here to be kept alive. Vergil Ortiz and Ennis is a fight that we've been talking about, but it's not going to happen here because they don't support. Now, of course, everybody in Philadelphia, they were supporting Jaron Ennis, but by this time, it's like, maybe it's too late. Maybe Turki Al-Sheikh, when he came over here, was just spending so much money and didn't really get a true revenue. When he had Bud Crawford versus Mashromov, he said, no, I would not spend my money over there, or I have a lot of money to spend, but I'm not going to go back to America. Everybody wrap it up, and let's go back to the Middle East. Let's go to Saudi Arabia. I am not going to be spending money. This is bullshit. These American cheap motherfuckers don't want to spend money. We glorify robbing fights. We glorify robbing fights. We glorify complaining and complaining. Give us this, give us this. And when the business of boxing actually delivers, y'all don't show up. Shout out 2023. Shout out to Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. But it couldn't sustain the momentum. It couldn't sustain the momentum. Bud Crawford versus Earl the True Spin. 600K pay-per-view buys. You talking about the premier, the primary fight in the sport of boxing. The fight that everybody asked for. Bud Crawford, Earl Spence, undisputed, welterweight. And it ain't even almost cracked 1 million. You look at it, think about yourself as a businessman, as a business entity. You know what I'm saying? With a corporation and the investment. The best fight in America couldn't even crack 1 million pay-per-view buys. And guess what? What you think is a circus is more valuable. What you think is a non-title fight is more valuable. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to see the fight. I'm going to support the fight. But the bad news is it's not going to be here. Jaron, Boost, Ennis, and Vergil Ortiz should be probably in Texas and Vegas. Huh? A fight that we've been waiting for. A fight that we've been asking for them to step up. How about Shakur Stevenson? Kid Austin been calling out Shakur Stevenson for quite some time, right? Huh? Good fight. Williams and Peters are not going to be fighting Shakur Stevenson. Going to be fighting on February 22nd. Now they negotiating a deal, and hopefully it gets finalized quick, it's sealed and delivered. But it ain't going to be delivered over here. But if we were supporting American fighters and the American events and support and understand that this is a career, not, oh, you ain't get the fight that you want to see, I ain't gonna watch it. No, this is the sport of boxing. I'm a Knicks fan. You probably got your own favorite team in your respective city and stuff like that. Not every time your favorite basketball team is going to face the elites. There's gonna be games in where who's in last place? I don't even know. I'm not even keeping tabs. But you telling me that if you're a Laker fan, if you're a Warrior fan, if you're a Milwaukee fan, if you're a Knicks fan, if you're a Miami fan, let's say if your team is the best, right? Number one ranking. In the Eastern Conference, the Western Conference, y'all playing the worst team. You're not going to watch it? That happens in every sport. But we understand that this is a career. This is the league. Then we're going to go to playoff, and then we're going to fight the best, just like in the NFL. Look at the New York Jets. New York Jets is garbage, huh? Garbage. That's it. The season over. You're not gonna watch nobody. You think that nobody gonna go to the stadium and watch it? Yes. It's still a sport. In the sport of boxing, you're not gonna be fighting the best, fighting the best, fighting the best. No. It's not. It's not like that. It's a build-up, contender. You know what I'm saying? Challenger, champion, unification bouts, in between fights. You know what I'm saying? In between stay busy fights, tune-up fights. If you injure, coming back, you get back fight. Homecoming fight. You understand what I'm trying to say? But the American boxing fans know, if this person is fighting this person, I ain't gonna watch this ain't shit. I ain't gonna, Always crying, always bitching, always whining, always moaning. Our fights that we want are leaving American soil because we did not support American boxing. We didn't support American boxing. Now, our best fights are going to be out of here. We're not going to be able to go to the stadium or arena or whatever. Now get your ticket and go to Dubai. Get your ticket, go to the Middle East. Get your ticket, go to Saudi Arabia now, like Arabian day. Ladies and gentlemen, man, it is what it is. I've been telling y'all support, but y'all don't want to support. Y'all don't want to support. Y'all don't want to genuinely support the sport of boxing. But they don't want to give us what we want to see. Even when they give us what we want to see, we don't support the way that we need to support. Bud Crawford versus Earl the True Spin should have done at least $1.5 million, close to $2 million. I'm sorry, 1.5 million pay-per-view buys, close to 2 million pay-per-view buys. Should have done it. We failed them. Yes, for me, in my opinion, those 600K is a failure. It's a failure. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, we're still going to get the fight. It's going to feel like, I'm going to tell you like this, boxing for America is going to feel like it's the pandemic all over again. We're just going to watch it on TV. And we saw a couple of Saudi Arabia, look, they had Latino night. They had Latino night in Saudi Arabia. They ain't no Latino. I've never seen Latinos in my life. What is this? It is Spanish. I don't understand it, but fuck it. Folks, I'm telling y'all better support. American boxing is not dying. It's American boxing is dying. And it's dying here. It's not going to die over there. It's dying here. Our heavyweights is going over there. And let me say it like this. Y'all want to see David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez? Guess what? Where that money going to come from? Y'all want to see Bud Crawford? Some of y'all saying Bud Crawford, Canelo. Ain't going to happen here. If David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez come to fruition, y'all know what's going to happen. It's not going to happen here. Even though that probably the Mexican fans, they know how to support. So probably will happen here, right? But I'm just saying. All these American fights. Can you imagine Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez? Gervonta Tank Davis versus Teofimo Lopez. Ryan Garcia. Remember after the fight with Devin Haney that the Turkey Al-Shiki is willing to do business with Ryan Garcia? Imagine the rematch of Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney in Saudi Arabia. Because they only did $300K and only 11,000 people showed up in the Barclays Center. Oh, yeah. We done.